And once again, I'd like to say good morning to everyone here on the Epifano Sports Network, Facebook, and also on the YouTube channel. We're glad to have you with us on this Saturday morning, the Epifano McDonald's McSports Saturday Show. Said it correctly?
Yes, you did. Let's see if we can do that the whole thing, right?
Well, yeah, let's see if we can see that the whole show. I'll probably mess it up some way. But anyway, Nick Epifano is with us, along with members of the Miami Trace Panthers football team, coaching staff, cheerleaders, parents, as the Panthers last night won the Battle of Fayette County 21-14 over the Washington Courthouse Blue Lions. And I'll tell you, I thought we had a little bit of every kind of weather possible. Had a little sun before the game. Then we had strong winds.
We had a rainbow even.
We had a rainbow.
I got some pictures of the rainbow.
Really?
Yeah.
Had even some snow.
God's blessing on everybody there.
Yeah, it was typical Miami Trace Washington Courthouse.
You know, when you see the rain, like getting close to halftime and it was coming down sideways.
Yeah. We said, well, we know we're in the right place because it always rains for some reason. This date, late October, causes a 21-14. Again, Panthers win.
Great game.
Yeah, it was.
I mean,
it started off like halfway in the second quarter. It was 14-14. I thought we might see some points up around 35, 40 points. Both teams came in the game averaging well over 25 points a contest. But the defense for Miami Trace really came through, picked off 4 passes. Asher LeBeau with I had him 150 yards. I don't know what they officially had him at, but
a lot.
Yeah, a lot of yards. He carried the load. And so we're glad to have the whole team here today. And we'll do the award ceremonies here probably in less than an hour or so. We got a lot of people in interviews, so we better get right to it because some of these fellas, we basically said, you come over here and sit down. We're going to interview you in about 20 minutes. You're going to have to wait on your food. I got a lot of dirty looks. I mean, we got to feed these young men, all right? So that way they can go and do what they have to do to hoist up that trophy that you see right behind us, Nick.
Yeah. I mean, you know, we're going to start filling up the back now, buddy. So, you know, it's kind of great to, you know, see the many years on there and how it's gone back and forth. And
22nd year. How
this has evolved over the years.
Yeah.
You know, just starting out, you know, with an idea and you know, one of the things we always try to do is try to make things special. And you know, I think this game's always been special since it was reincarnated back in 2003?
2003.
Yeah. So just happy to be a part of it. Happy to be a partner with all the schools. Happy to do this with you. I mean, you and I get a lot of enjoyment out of this.
Yeah, it's always fun to do.
Yeah, you know, and it, you know, builds lasting memories for folks. You know, so. You know, right now it may not seem like that big a deal, but when you get old like us, you'll look back on this someday and you guys say, "Oh, that was pretty cool. We did that," you know. So, but anyway, that's what we try to do. And again, you know, thank you to all my employees that work so hard every day, and all our customers that come in and patronize McDonald's and give us the opportunity to do this. You know, when you look at McDonald's, sometimes people think you're this big global brand, which we are, but we're still made up of about 2,000 local individual owner-operators that are, you know, live in their communities and you know, do business every day. And I'm just happy to be a part of the community and grateful that the community supports us so much to give us these opportunities. Like, you know, we always say, if you spend your money in our restaurants, we're going to always donate some back to the community. So you're making an investment when you come to us, and we really do believe that, and we try to honor that throughout the year with the many programs that we do. So.
When you came up with the idea of the trophy, as I mentioned before, I remember in 2003 you came to me, we was doing this on the radio station. You said, I closed a deal, we're going to do this for a 20-year contract with the schools. And I thought, well, you must have got an extension because this is the 23rd year.
Well, you remember we didn't have some, right? The COVID year, we didn't do it. We didn't do a presentation and stuff like that.
Yeah, but still, overall, it's a 23rd year that you've done this, and I think Miami Trace is up 13-8 in the series overall. And what I'm saying, it's something that has grown over the years that the kids kind of know, hey, toward the end of the season, you know, we've got courthouse, still got to play, or they know we got to play Trace. They still know that they got this trophy that they have a chance to win and have some pride in back at their school for at least a year.
Yeah, and you know, you can throw, you know, like we always say, throw the records out because, you know, usually, you know, we've seen all kinds of things happen, you know, over the years. But yeah, you know, and there's more to it too. You know, there's scholarships that we give out, which we gave out last night, donations to the band, the athletic boosters. among other things throughout the year. But yeah, it's kind of evolved into quite a few things. That's kind of like what we hoped it would be. But the original intent was to try to have a community situation where we could share in a great opportunity for both teams and the whole county to get together and enjoy this and do what we could to make it special. And it's a special game. It's a special time. You saw the hits. I mean, I was down on the sidelines, and there was some powerful hits out there. I mean, there always is, but it seems like there's a little up a notch during these games.
I've told people, I said, I've done this now for 40-some years. When it comes to Miami Trace and Washington Courthouse, that is always the hardest hitting game I've seen.
Yeah.
The kids just give a little bit extra effort, it seems like. And we saw some big ones last night again.
Yeah, and I think the other thing, too, is, it's always a pleasant surprise to see the game and not have, the school, I went to, we had a rivalry, and they pretty much hated each other so much. Sometimes you'd have fights and things like that. I mean, there's a lot of competition between both schools, but it always seems to be handled very well between the schools, the coaches, and most of all the players themselves and the fans and everybody. They seem to do a really good job with it. So that's nice because you don't want to have all that contention, and you've seen some.
I've seen some real winners here. Let me tell you.
So, but yeah, just happy to do it. I think today's show will be cool, like we always do, and get to see some great things with these young men.
All right. Anything else you want to talk about before we get to?
Just once again, thank you to everyone for their patronage, and looking forward to another year of us being able to do some broadcasts and cover these local sports and local community events, and just appreciate you being a part of it. Hall of Famer over here.
Yeah.
So got to get you in the Hall of Fame for Miami Trace. So.
Don't look at me. I don't have that decision to make,
there's the plug for that, so hopefully that'll work out.
Well, anyway, we're glad to have folks with us today.
Yeah.
Nick's going to do a little changing around here, and when we come back, we're going to go ahead and start the interviews. We're going to start off with the head coach of the Miami Trace Panthers, Coach Jerry Williams, right after this, here on the Epifano McDonald's Mixed Sports Saturday Show from the Jeffersonville McDonald's, right here on the Epifano Sports Network.
Sure, McDonald's breakfast is good. But getting that McDonald's breakfast 2 minutes before it stops being served, that tastes even better.
With it, group drop. Like come on and no one go.
At McDonald's, making changes to serve you better is what we're made of. So we're working hard to make the food you love even better. That starts with sourcing food responsibly. Real, quality ingredients across our menu. No artificial preservatives, flavors, or added colors from artificial sources in triple the number of burgers and sandwiches since 2016. And Quarter Pounder burgers cooked fresh, right when you order. When it comes to our food, we're putting you front and center. That's what we're made of.
Back here at the Epifano McDonald's in Jeffersonville, Ohio, the site of our yearly presentation of the Fayette County Trophy. And for the second time in the last 3 years, Coach Jerry Williams is with us on the program. And when you won that first one 2 years ago, he was pretty happy. How you feeling today?
It's good to be back. Good to have this trophy back in our office.
When you look at the game last night, what were some of the things that you knew that your team was going to have to do to be successful?
Well, we knew we just had to win the battle up front, and that was, we had to be physical, and that's on both sides of the ball, and we certainly were able to do that. And our defense came up strong yesterday, and that was something that we knew we needed as well.
When you look at your team, and I know that Jack mentioned it last night on the post-game program, your defense seems to really be peaking at the right time right now. You guys are giving up less points. You're keeping the other team's offense down, the yardage and things like that. This is the right time. If you're going to start peaking, this is the ideal time going into the playoffs.
For sure. I mean, and he's right about that. I mean, our defense is playing better. It was very nice to see, our defensive backs have a good game last night, and coming up strong with 4 interceptions. That was huge.
Did you guys have an idea that Mason Coffin was not going to be, not Mason, but his brother?
Gavin,
yes. I'm sorry. Apologize. Yeah. Gavin, did you guys have an idea before the game?
We always had our spies out, that's for sure. Yeah, we kind of had an idea what was going on. I mean, we knew the next best thing was either to put Mason in or Rocky at a wildcat, position, something like that. So, yeah we prepared for that, yes.
Okay. Well, I was going to say, I looked down and I saw him in that arm sling. I thought, well, that's it.
Yes.
He's not going to get to play. Did it change your philosophy a little bit? Like if he had played, would it have changed any of your game plan?
Well, it certainly would. I mean, Gavin was going to throw the ball down the field. There's more of there's just a comfort level when they are able to throw the ball down the field, and we knew that we could stack the box a little bit more and prepare for the option a little bit more. Mason is a very fast and talented runner, and so we knew that we had to really focus on the option, and we spent a lot of time on that.
When you look back on the game, there was a couple penalties on both teams that helped lead the opposition to get some points and stuff like that. Did you guys make any kind of adjustments during the halftime for that, or?
Well, I mean, we constantly are communicating with those guys just to make sure that to stay in check. I mean, to play physical, do everything you possibly can to play physical within the lines, and don't follow up with anything. I mean, get up, get back to the huddle. We stay on top of that. Adjustments, no. We're just reemphasizing, yes. That was what we did. Everything at halftime is about what are they doing the first half to either stop us, their attempt to stop us offensively, and defensively, what are they doing to gain yardage? What do we have to change to adjust? And that's really our focus.
I know that Trey didn't maybe throw as much as I thought he would, but again, you got this fellow over here that can carry the rock a little bit for you. Was that basically the game plan going in, just try to overpower him?
That was. I mean, we wanted to win the battle up front, and we felt that we could be more physical than them. We thought we could execute, but at the same time, when a quarterback throws 7 times and 3 of them touchdowns, we executed pretty well.
I'm going to say that's a pretty good percentage for you as a total there.
Yes.
Okay, let's now go to the next game. That's one of the things that with this expanded playoff now, in Courthouse, you guys are happy. They're probably a little sad that they got beat, but it's not over with. You got at least a week 11 coming up. You got a postseason right now. It looks pretty, I don't want to say 100%, but pretty sure that you guys are going to be on the road, unfortunately. But it's not that long of a trip for Panther fans. Looks like you'll be going over to Hamilton Township. Have any chance to even know about anything about them?
No, nothing at this point. We really don't. I mean, our focus was all on the game last night, and so at this point, we will have to get back in and try to get as much film as we can on them. Break that down, evaluate them, put a game plan together, and start all over again this week.
Let me ask you a question, and it may sound a little funny, but you now have had an opportunity to be in the Trace Courthouse game now for 7 or 8 years now?
This was my 8th season.
8th season, okay. Yes. So you've had an opportunity to see how, if the season ends, you don't have a playoff, and you get a win, and you get to go to the playoffs, or even if you lose, you get to go to the playoffs. How much special is that? Is that more pressure on the coaches now? Okay, we got a second season, we really got to grind it up more, or what?
Well, it's always a little bit different. Last year, I'm using that as an example. I mean, you are somewhat deflated, and it's difficult to rebound those guys to get back into a playoff mentality. coming off of a win and carrying that momentum into the playoffs certainly is advantageous to us. So that's we want to focus on on building upon that and keeping these guys motivated. And we don't have to get them up for a courthouse game.
Right.
That takes care of itself. But there's a substantial difference between coming off of a win versus coming off of a loss.
Okay. And of course, Hamilton Township lost to Logan Elm, the team you guys that beat you over here. And talking to you before the game, you really felt that was a game that you guys probably could have had if one or two little things hadn't happened.
Well, every game we feel that way, and with the exclusion of we didn't play well against Jackson,
right?
And but every game of those other games that we've all been in, that was the one that we felt that we let get away from us early. And Logan Elm, I'm not taking anything away from Logan Elm.
Right.
Logan Elm is a good football team, and they proved it last night, beating undefeated Hamilton Township. But we were, you're always hopeful that you could turn things around and play a little bit better if we would have played them this time of year versus early in the season. So, we're going to look at Hamilton Township. We're going to see what they're all about, see what kind of approach we want to take with them, both sides of the ball, and hopefully this will be a good matchup for us.
All right. Well, wish you the best of luck preparing for that, and we'll be having you back on in a couple weeks. We're going to do our star of the game and all that, so we'll be recognizing some of your young men during that program as well. Again, congratulations on winning the trophy. We'll have the presentation here in about 30 minutes or so, okay?
Thank you.
Okay, head coach of the Miami Trace Panthers, Coach Jerry Williams. We'll take a break. We'll come back. We'll talk to, the guy that's been doing the thing on the defensive side for a long, about as long as I've been around. Mr. Andrews. We'll be back right after this.
When a child is sick, there's one thing they need: a really big cookie.
Welcome to RMHC.
And parents of sick children have tons of decisions to make. Like movie night, game night, or should we finish that book tonight? We don't perform surgeries, just talent shows. We're not big on poking sticks and beeping machines, but we're the best at playing dress up. Well, we have a few beeping machines. We think the tooth fairy should travel everywhere. And while hospitals have doctors and nurses, we have mom and dad. We don't provide treatment, but we do provide dogs. And we throw some really good parties. Because at Ronald McDonald House Charities, we help families feel at home, even when they can't be.
All right, back here at the Epifano McDonald's in Jeffersonville as we're talking with, right now, the defensive coordinator for the Miami Trace Panthers, an old friend of mine, Mr. Jack Anders. How long have you been coaching?
This is my 24th year.
Okay. I'm going to say, I know you've been around forever.
Yeah, I've been at about every level of football at Miami Trace, and, from football to wrestling, and so...
well, that's the thing. When I first started here, you was wrestling in high school.
I was.
So I saw you as a student.
1992.
Growing up, yeah. I mean, it's unbelievable.
It's been a few years.
So that's why I say, I've known this guy practically almost his whole life. I'm not kidding.
Yeah.
We talked briefly about it on WCHC last night on the postgame program about the way the defense has really responded, especially in the last 3 games. What are some of the things that you might want to share with our folks here this morning? Maybe didn't hear those comments.
Well, I think the biggest thing that we had to look at starting out the season, you go into last night's game and 8 out of 11 of the kids that were playing had never played on Friday nights, or they got to play here, or a few series here. but nothing consistent. So when you start building that and you go throughout the season and there's those ups and downs and those peaks and valleys, but I think they've found that peak and they understand what we're doing and the concepts, and they've just continued to grow and get better each and every week. And I think that they're seeing the benefits of doing things right and working hard and staying the course.
When you look at the defensive strategy you guys came up for Washington Courthouse, what were some of the things you wanted to accomplish?
Well, the big thing is we knew that they really like to get the ball on the perimeter. We also knew that you had to be careful with cutbacks, and so we practiced all week, taking away the speed option. Now they came out last night and ran a little more inside zone. They would pull the guard, and Kaufman had a choice, and we had to make an adjustment at halftime for that. But just staying disciplined. Our outside linebackers turning Rocky back inside, allowing our defense to pursue, not letting him get outside. They had the one big screen right there on 4th and 10.
Yeah.
And you could see how elusive he was when he got out into the open field. So other than that, I thought we did a great job of executing our game plan, staying in our lanes, not over pursuing, and making tackles when we had to.
I'm going to say for him, other than that touchdown catch off a screen, if I remember correctly, and I think he had like a 26-yard run in the third quarter. Other than that, you guys kept him in check practically. In fact, he got very, very frustrated there toward the end.
Yeah, I think he's looking at the stats. I think he was around 60-some yards.
Yeah, I was going to say about 60 yards. Yeah.
That's just kudos to the guys on the defensive side of the ball and doing what we ask them to do and executing the game plan.
As a coach now, you guys basically, attitude is, okay, you guys enjoy this morning. Enjoy that trophy and stuff, maybe even the weekend, because we got to go back to work Monday.
Oh, yeah.
Get ready for another team. Chances are you probably haven't even had a chance to really think about Hamilton Township. We know Logan Elm beat them and shut them out. I know they pretty much have a good, strong running game. Any other things if you've been able to find out yet, or still enjoying last night?
No, still enjoying, because you don't really know yet until they finalize who you're going to get.
That's true.
You got a pretty good idea at this point that you're going to have Hamilton Township. I knew last night we was thinking, well, we ended up in Tri-Valley or what was John Carroll or Bell Fountain, so or John Glenn. So it was kind of like, okay, but no, this is one that you want to celebrate with you guys and enjoy the moment. And Coach was right. It's a lot easier to prepare this week than it is coming off a big emotional loss. I go back to last year and end of the game, and that's tough. That's a emotional part that is tough to get through. And these kids, like I said last night, they earned it, they deserved it, and I'm extremely happy for them.
All right, you've played in the series, right?
Correct.
And you've now coached in the series.
Yes.
Which is easiest?
Well,
I think I've stumped him.
I would be honest with you. I believe it's playing, because when you're in the moment and you're playing the game, and you're in the flow, that's a little different. Sometimes it's a little lonely when you're an offensive or a defensive coordinator. Sometimes, especially the last couple minutes of the game, and you're going, "Please run out the ball! Please run out the ball!" But you sit there and you're like, man, there's 10,000 things that's going through your mind. Should we do this? Should we do that? Did we make the correct changes? Did we, and put the kids in the best position to be successful? And So I think as a player, it was a little bit easier than as a coach, to be honest with you.
All right. I've always wanted to ask you that, so now I have the answer. All right. Now, if something happens, you guys win again next year, and you get an interview again, if I ask you the same question, you say, Randy, same answer as last year. I'd rather play than coach.
Yeah.
All right. Well, Jack, again, congratulations into your defensive unit. Good luck against possibly Hamilton Township next Friday night.
Yep.
All right, good enough.
I appreciate it. Thank you.
Thank you, buddy.
Yep.
Jack Andrews joined us, defense coordinator from Miami Trace. We'll take a break. We're going to talk to a couple players as we're getting closer to that awards presentation. We're just about 20 minutes away, so stay with us right here on the Epifano Sports Network.
If you went on a road trip and you didn't stop for McDonald's, that wasn't a road trip. It was just a really long drive.
Back here at the Epifano McDonald's, again, the award presentation coming up in just about 20 minutes or so. So if you're watching for that, stay tuned. We're going to talk to a couple players here real quickly and get some ideas and thoughts from them. Garrett Guest is with us right now. Garrett had a touchdown catch last night in the game against Washington Courthouse. I believe you're the team's leading receiver. Is that right? Stat-wise?
I think so, yeah.
Okay.
Sure.
Do you guys even pay attention to stats?
Not really.
Okay.
We just focus on winning.
Well, there you go. That was a good answer. Coach liked that one. Right, Coach? Concentrate on winning. That's good. Garrett, you, of course, have played several different sports. The last couple of years, though, you've concentrated basically on football and things like that. What were some of the things that you, maybe during the off-season, things like that, you've tried to work on? Hopefully maybe to get some college offers and stuff like that.
Yeah, I started doing track my sophomore year to work on my speed. That was a big thing that helped me. And lifting, the weight room, I mean, I put on about 40 pounds in 2 years.
Wow.
So that was a really big thing for me. I really dedicated myself after my sophomore year to that. So.
I can say when I was doing the lineups last night, Coach had you listed as a kind of a wide receiver / tight end, but you line up in the tight end position.
Yeah.
Like you mentioned, you put on that extra weight and the strength and things like that. Do you like playing the tight end, or do you feel maybe with your size that maybe the outside is going to be more to what people might be looking at you about?
Yeah, they both have their perks for sure, but I really fell in love with playing tight end.
Oh, really? Okay.
But I still love going out wide, playing the slot wherever.
Okay. Have you had some ideas of where you maybe would like to go to college?
Yeah, I have ideas, but I'm not for sure.
Okay.
I'm just waiting until after the season to make that decision.
Well, that's a good idea. Going into the game last night against Washington Courthouse, how did you mentally prepare yourself?
I just, I knew all week, this is my last home game, last time playing Courthouse, and I knew that I had to go out there and give it my all, for one last time on that field. And, it was emotional for sure. So I think, all of us seniors really, put 100% effort all week into practice.
I mean, has it really hit you that was your last game?
It's kind of weird because I feel like all day Friday was starting to hit me.
Yeah.
And then we won, and it hasn't really hit me yet.
Yeah.
I don't know. So.
Well, win some playoff games, it won't matter, right?
Yeah.
That's the main thing. Okay, finally, during the off season, just track and then hopefully get some offers for the college?
Yeah, that's the plan so far.
All right, good enough. Well, we'll keep it short because I know you got the other fellows over there that want to talk so bad. I mean, they're saying, please, Mr. Young, hurry up and get to us so we can talk. So I'll let you go, but we do appreciate it. It's been great watching you through your career.
Thank you.
And we'll keep an eye on you for the rest of the football season and track, okay?
Thank you.
All right, Garrett Guest, our first of the 4 players we're going to talk to. We'll talk to player number 2. We're going to talk to a fellow who was quite busy last night, Mr. LeBeau, right after this.
If you thought one napkin for the quarter pounder with cheese was enough, it's not enough.
And I would walk 500 miles and I would mess around acting brand new just to be the man.
Lego. Could I get a number 1 with a Coke? Thanks. Coming around.
Baby, 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 if I kiss you like this,
¿Dónde está mi gente?
whisper like that, but it's all coming back to me.
Hi, sir. Excuse me. You're number 1 with the coat.
Thank you.
Enjoy.
All right.
back here at the Epifano McDonald's restaurant, about 15 minutes away from the trophy presentation to the Miami Trace football team. I'm trying to keep giving you a countdown so that way you folks know that it is coming up, all right? But we want to get some interviews done here on the air. Of course, one of the big guys last night that had a big game, Mr. Asher LeBeau, is with us right now. Asher, how you doing?
Good.
You're really talkative, aren't you? That's why I heard people say, Asher doesn't talk a lot. And I said, okay, well, this is a challenge for a sports guy to try to draw some answers from him here.
Yeah.
Okay, first of all, how did you get prepared mentally for the game last night?
I'm honestly just always ready to face Squirrels. I've been ready since they beat us last year, so
okay.
I'm just always mentally prepared to face them.
Okay. When you went into that contest last night, of course, with the artificial turf, that kind of takes away some of the factor of having to watch your footing per se and things like that. Is your style of ball? I mean, are you basically, do you like to cut up the middle? Do you like to go outside, or just give me the ball, give me a hole, and I'll go through it?
Yeah, probably the latter. I just like to find the hole, I guess, and run through it.
When you look at your offensive line, 170 yards, I think the coach said you had last night. I think you're, around 1,400 or something like that for the season.
Yeah.
And a couple of years ago, we did your brother Jaden, and he had an outstanding season as well. Let's be honest with you. Do you get compared to him a lot?
A little bit. I don't really care too much about comparing me and him. He doesn't really act cocky to me, so I don't really care.
Well, I hope there's no problems when you get home then. He's still your older brother,
Yeah.
Let's talk about you. You, of course, made your mark not only in the football area, but also in wrestling as well, as things like that. I know you probably haven't even thought about wrestling yet, but in the back of your mind, what would be some of the things you'd like to do once you get into the winter season?
I want to place in state this year.
Okay. How'd you do last year?
That's the main thing. I qualified, but I went 2 and out of state.
Okay, all right. What would you rather do? Win a state championship in football or in wrestling?
Probably football.
Oh, that's a good answer. Putting the team first. I like that.
Yeah.
I like that. All right, next week you guys are on the road. I know you probably don't know anything about Hamilton Township because everyone's probably enjoying this game here and stuff like that. But are you looking forward to having yet at least another game to play?
Yeah, that's great that we get another game.
Okay.
It's always good to have an extra game when you're a senior, obviously.
Yeah, that's a good answer there.
Yeah.
And the chance is, even though this has been a nice ending of the season, you get a chance to play again.
Yeah.
You want to take advantage of it.
Yeah.
All right. Well, Asher did pretty good. You answered some questions. I'm proud of you.
Yeah.
You did more than the one-word answers, which was what I was worried about. So I appreciate that. Congratulations on an outstanding season for you.
Thank you.
Good luck in the tournaments. Good luck during wrestling season, all right?
Yep, thank you.
All right, Asher LeBeau, stay right there. We're going to take a break. When we come back, we're going to talk to a couple fellows from the defensive side, and then have Mr. Hammond say a few words, and then we'll do the awards presentation. Stay with us right here on the Epifano Sports Network.
Only a real pro has just enough sweet, tangy barbecue sauce for that last chicken McNugget. Yup. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
What is your McCafe coffee made of? 100% sustainably sourced, ground, and whole bean coffee. Behind every cup, McDonald's is working to support farmers and their local communities, protect the environment, and promote responsible practices from the farm to your cup. So your McCafe coffee is more than a good way to start your morning. It's helping ensure a sustainable supply of coffee for future generations. 100% sustainably sourced coffee. That's what we're made of.
All right, back here on the Epifano Sports Network, just a little bit, about 10 minutes or so away from the awards presentation of the Fayette County Trophy, sponsored by Epifano McDonald's, to the Miami Trace football team. We're going to talk to a couple fellows now from the defensive unit. First guest is Brady Sheets. Brady, you've been kind of around this series probably about all your life, with your dad coaching and then your brother and things like that. Is it just a typical late October, hey, we know we're going to play courthouse, start getting ready?
Yeah, we always have that in the back of our mind when we go into week 10. You know, it's courthouse week and the week before, and you know, I've been around it my whole life. My dad coached, my brother played football, and it's just a game that you know you have to go out and win, and it's a good game usually, and it's what we like.
Well, most of the guys that's on your team, most of them have been exposed to this series for quite a while. The thing is that, you know, Coach even mentioned, it doesn't have to take a lot of effort to get you guys up for this game.
No, it doesn't. You know, I think at the end of last week, everybody was ready for this game, and you could really tell when on our Thursday practice, it was a walkthrough, but defensively, we knew the guys were mentally prepared because we came out and we performed at practice, and it was a good practice, and I was really confident coming into the game. So,
when you go through a walkthrough, what are some of the things you guys actually do?
Well, we're in full pads basically, shorts, but you know, we go through and we work on our slants and our alignments, and linebackers make their calls, and we make sure we're getting in the right gaps, and you know our DBs are working their pass coverage, and we go through it all, I guess.
When you guys are looking at your defensive unit and things, is the key part the front seven to get the pressure over the line?
Yeah, it really is. We got our big guys up front, you know, me, Nick Ferens, Adam Guthrie, Tyler Stevens. That's our main group, and we really look forward to getting pressure on the quarterback and making them uncomfortable. And like we did last night, we made, I think, Mason uncomfortable and got him throwing the ball, and which led our backs or our DBs to get interceptions and our safeties, and it really came together.
And I know also that Coach Andrews even mentioned also you guys were able to pretty effectively keep Rocky in check most of the evening.
Yeah, we knew going into film they were going to get, or going into the game, we watched film, we knew they were going to give the ball to Rocky, or we didn't know if Mason or Gavin was going to be quarterback, and we knew they'd like to give the ball to him, and we really had to keep him running north and south, not east to west, because he's a real good runner when he gets on the outside, but if you get him up the middle, he can't go anywhere.
Yeah. Well, I was going to say, there's a lot of gang tackling last night to keep him from getting too many yards. I think the coach said held him around 60, so that's pretty good.
Yeah, we worked on that all year, you know, getting as many guys to the football as you can, and Coach Andrews really loves that drill.
Looking now at the end of the season, you get basically the guys, Coach, as far as they know, just going to kind of let you relax and enjoy this one, because technically you really still don't know who you're going to play.
Yeah, it'll be a good one to enjoy, and then when it comes Monday, we'll be ready to go for whoever we play, I guess.
All right. Well, good season for you.
Yeah.
You had a good game last night, and it was fun watching you. Anything during the off season?
What I do in the off season?
Yeah.
I work, I guess.
Oh, you're going to work?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. No other sports then?
No, probably work and lift for football, so.
Okay, good enough.
Yep.
Well, we appreciate it. Good luck next week in the game, the playoffs.
Thank you.
Wherever you're going.
Yeah.
All right, Brady Sheets joined us here. We'll be back with our final interview with one of our student athletes, Bryce Perkins, right after this.
Can I get a hamburger? Extra ketchup, but no pickles.
Actually, pickles. 1 vanilla cone and a sweet tea. Hot chocolate.
Your largest coffee.
I'm gonna need like
10 Egg McMuffins, please.
1 hamburger Happy Meal.
Make that 2.
Make that 3.
No pickles!
A Sprite and what else? Oh, and one more thing. 10-piece McNuggets, barbecue sauce.
You've been loyal. We want to.
Is there food at home? Maybe. But is there a McDouble with extra pickles, a side of fries, and a high C at home? No.
All right, we're back here. Our final student athlete football player we're going to be talking to, Bryce Perkins. Bryce, you're what? Junior, senior?
Yeah, I'm a junior.
Junior, okay. What position do you play?
I'm the corner.
Okay,
Yeah.
that's what I thought. Well, I'd just like to double check every once in a while, make sure you know what you were playing.
Yeah.
You guys had, the secondary had kind of a field night last night.
It was a good time.
What did you see with Mason's throwing and stuff like that? You guys felt that you had a good chance maybe to get some passes picked off?
Well, he just wasn't used to throwing, just having Gavin hurt the game before, so he was just popping them up, making it real easy to get time to get under it, and he would lead his receivers a little too far. And it seemed like anytime he'd throw it, it was to my guy, and then someone else would catch it.
Yeah, I noticed that.
Yeah.
When you look at the game last night, how much did the weather have an effect on you guys?
Oh, we dominate in the rain.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we have a good time.
So more the rain, the more you like it. So in other words, if you have a monsoon over at the township or whatever next week, you're going to love that, right?
Oh, it'll be great.
I don't know if the fans will like it or not, but
Yeah.
anyway. When you go into this contest, how did you prepare yourself mentally?
I mean, everybody's pretty prepared. It's courthouse week. You know when it's time.
Do you participate in other sports?
Yeah, I'm in wrestling and track.
Okay, that's what I thought. You was in wrestling. I know it's still early, but have you worked on some wrestling stuff during football season, or are you kind of basically, I got to concentrate solely on football
I'm
right
just
now?
solely on football for now. Wrestling lasts a long time, so I'll get into that when it comes time.
Even though you're a junior, do you have some aspirations maybe to play some college ball, whether it be football or wrestling or whatever?
Yeah, maybe. I get offers, like if I get offers and stuff like that, then I'll look into it.
Any sport in particular you'd like maybe emphasize more than the others, or?
Not really, just...
See, I'm trying to look for a scoop here.
Yeah.
You're not helping me, all right? That's all right.
This is my first year of varsity football.
Oh, okay.
But, I don't know, pole vaulting's my main sport in track, maybe that.
Okay, all right,
Not
good.
sure yet.
What's your favorite class in school? So I'm going to try and ask a tough question here.
He didn't ask anyone else that, did he?
Probably history. Government right now.
See, I love government was my favorite subject.
Yeah.
You know what happens? You end up getting into communications.
Yeah.
So you got to be careful there. You may be doing this show one day. I don't know.
My DB coach, Coach Scott, he's actually the teacher for that class.
Oh, that helps a lot.
Yeah, makes it easier.
That's good. All right, final question. I'm sure you guys are probably just going to enjoy the weekend, watch the Bucks or whatever, your favorite football team, and get ready Monday for whoever you're going to play and things like that.
Yeah.
This weekend, though, what do you want to do personally? What are some of the things you just like, I want to decompress or want to enjoy this or what?
Probably focus on getting healthy and getting the nerves off. This was definitely a high tension game, and then we have to get back into it's just another game next week, and recover, get everything good, and then get back into it.
That's probably going to be one of the hardest parts. You guys are getting peaked up to this point for the county rivalry. Okay, it's over with. Now we got what? We got another game. You almost got to go through the whole thing again.
Yeah.
Well, congratulations on a good season for you and for the team. And you'll get your picture here at the trophy in just a few minutes. All right. Appreciate it.
Appreciate it.
Bryce Perkins with us. We're going to have one more interview. Aaron Hammond, real quickly, and then we're going to do the award trophy. I promise. Stay with us right here on the Epifano Sports Network.
At McDonald's, we're making changes every day to serve you better. It's what we're made of. And serving you better means fresh beef quarter-pounder burgers. Your burger, his burger, her burger. All cooked fresh, right when you order. Made from pure North American beef and just a pinch of salt and pepper. Because we think there's nothing better than a fresh beef quarter-pounder burger made for you, right when you order. And that's just one way we're showing you what we're made of.
Sure, McDonald's breakfast is good. But getting that McDonald's breakfast 2 minutes before it stops being served, that tastes even better.
What is your McCafe coffee made of? 100% sustainably sourced ground and whole bean coffee. Behind every cup, McDonald's is working to support farmers and their local communities, protect the environment, and promote responsible practices from the farm to your cup. So your McCafe coffee is more than a good way to start your morning. It's helping ensure a sustainable supply of coffee for future generations. 100% sustainably sourced coffee. That's what we're made of.
Now, your caramel frappe in the morning can earn you a free McChicken in the afternoon. Because every order earns points with new My McDonald's rewards. Download the app today to start earning free McDonald's.
All right, back here as we're starting to slowly get wrapped up and get ready for that trophy presentation. This is what's called a teaser. We've been teasing you now for almost an hour, and you're all saying, "Would they hurry up and give that trophy?" We will. Be patient. These guys waited 2 years to get the trophy again. They all can wait another 5 to 10 minutes, I wouldn't think, right?
Right.
Aaron Hammond's with us, the athletic director of Miami Trace. Just a few questions, and then we'll get ready for the ceremony. Number one, last night, despite the weather, looked like a really decent crowd there at the Miami Trace for the game.
There was a nice crowd. Of course, the weather kept some people away, but they had the opportunity to view it on our huddle stream, so there were lots of people watching it online as well.
I'm going to say that's quite a game because you had like 3 different video people there. There was your school, WCHC, which I think we set a new record of most views. I think Campus Nation was there, and they had a pretty good, so the kids got plenty of publicity, let's put it that way.
Absolutely, and they deserve that publicity. They put in the hard work, and when you're having some success, people want to come out and watch the team, and it's nice that we had those 3 broadcast networks there, because again, it helps those people who are not able to get out to the game for health or other reasons. They have an opportunity to see the kids play.
How much of an advantage was it that you guys was able to get that AstroTurf in there years ago?
Well, from a district perspective, it's been great for us because at the time we were lacking a lot of green space, and we were able to put in the turf, and it's basically busy from 2 to 8:30 every night.
Yeah.
So our teams have the opportunity to play on it, and from a football perspective, that's the trend that everyone's going to. So we played on turf 7 times this year. So having that turf and our kids get to play and practice on it on a daily basis, I think it benefits us in the long run.
I know that we're still not sure where you guys are going to go, but it looks like you're going to be on the road. I'm sure you still have to wait for official notification from the Ohio High School Athletic Association. But the fact is, I've assumed that fans will they have to go online probably to purchase tickets, or what's the deal?
Tickets are available to OHSA playoff games online, as has been the case in the past couple years, but also there's a new state law that public schools must offer a cash option at the gate.
Oh,
so
really? Okay.
yes, so you can buy online prior to the contest, and you'll save a couple of dollars. If you want to purchase tickets at the gate next Friday night, they will be $15 per ticket. Yes, $15
Really?
per ticket. $12 if purchased online.
Wow! Talk about your jumping prices. What would you guys charging? $7?
$7.
So fans want to go to the game. If they wait, they're going to have to pay double.
Well, it's a state price, so it's $12 online plus a surcharge. Or if you want to play cash at the gate, it's $15.
Okay. Well, that's news. I knew it was going to go up, but I didn't know it went up that much.
Yes.
I know that you probably have not had a chance to think about it, but I'm sure you have as well. In the back of your mind, you have to get ready for another season coming up pretty soon.
We do fall sports are wrapping up, and we got winter sports on the rise, and girls basketball can start next Friday.
Really?
Official practice date.
All right. Well, we'll talk more about that when we have you back
when it
out.
Gets here,
yeah.
closer.
And of course, we've got the annual McDonald's Holiday Basketball Classic. We'll talk to you about that. That'll be around the Christmas time as well. So
right.
Aaron's not going away. He'll be back, I promise. All right. I just wanted to get him on there and get a couple things caught up. So we appreciate that. All right. Thank you, my friend. Good to see you again. Enjoy the trophy out at the school for next year.
Yeah, it's back where it belongs, and it'll be on our counter right behind our secretaries in our main office.
All right. It's going to be guarded then.
Yes.
Nobody's going to be allowed to get close to it.
No.
Okay. All right, with that, we're going to wrap up right after one final break, Nick said. So we'll take a break, come back, and we'll do the award ceremonies. So stay with us right here on the Epifano Sports Network.
Rayleigh's our great-granddaughter. When she was 6 months old, and she was having 30 to 60 seizures a day. Then, last spring, we noticed a bruise on her inside of her thigh. A few days later, they came back with a pathology diagnosis, and it was lymphoblastic lymphoma. Without treatment, death is within 3 to 5 months. You treat her, she's dead. It's that simple. So we're in the hospital, and a lady I've never seen before walks in the room. She said, "I'm going to try to get y'all a room at the Ronald McDonald House." I didn't know what that was. I was 66 years old, and the only thing I knew about the Ronald McDonald House was when I went to McDonald's, they had a box sitting by the cash register, and I put money in it. She brought us over here, 1 block from the emergency room entrance of Children's Hospital. Rayleigh's in a wheelchair, and I can push her there in 2 minutes and 12 seconds because I've timed it. Well, we come to know the Ronald McDonald House because in the last 14 months, we've probably spent 100 nights here. But last December, during the night, Rayleigh got sick. Jump out of bed, put her in the wheelchair, and we're racing down the street. We get in the emergency room door. Her temperature in 2 minutes went to 103. She teetered there for 7 hours. And finally her oxygen level in her blood started coming back up. I'm going to say again that we live 3.5 hours away, but we had the Ronald McDonald House, and we were here. If we hadn't been here, the child would have died. I hope your family never needs the Ronald McDonald House. But I want to tell you something. If you do, there's nothing like it. We thank God for it every day.
Go! Panthers! Trace! We did it! Stand up and say, yo, we beat the Lions! We beat the Lions! Go! Panthers! We beat the Lions! 2, 3, go! Trace!
All right, great job. Autographs will be available when they come back to school on Monday, all right? All right, so now what we're going to do there, Mr. Epifano, we're going to take a break and then we're going to do the trophy presentation. I promise. So stay with us.
If you're ordering McDonald's and your friend says they don't want fries, get them the fries. Or else your fries will be their fries. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
When a child is sick, there's one thing they need: a really big cookie.
Welcome to RMHC.
And parents of sick children have tons of decisions to make. Like movie night, game night, or should we finish that book tonight? We don't perform surgeries, just talent shows. We're not big on poking sticks and beeping machines, but we're the best at playing dress up. Well, we have a few beeping machines. We think the tooth fairy should travel everywhere. And while hospitals have doctors and nurses, we have mom and dad. We don't provide treatment, but we do provide dogs. And we throw some really good parties. Because at Ronald McDonald House Charities,
We are home!
we help families feel at home, even when they can't be.
Sure, McDonald's breakfast is good. But getting that McDonald's breakfast 2 minutes before it stops being served, that tastes even better. If you thought one napkin for the Quarter Pounder with cheese was enough, it's not enough. Is there food at home? Maybe. But is there a McDouble with extra pickles, a side of fries, and a high C at home? No.
And I would walk 500 miles and I would mess around acting brand new just to be the man.
Lego. Could I get a #1 with a Coke? Thanks.
Coming around.
Baby, 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 if I kiss you like this,
stop me,
whisper like that, but it's all coming back to me.
Hi, sir. Excuse me. You're #1 with the Coke?
Thank you.
Enjoy.
All right.
All right, the moment of truth. The moment of truth. So it's my pleasure to bring the trophy back to Miami Trace and give it to you, Coach, and to all your men and all the great work that they did. Great season and great game last night.
Thank you, Nick. It's great to have it back.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Let's go. Let's hear it. Come on, people. Yeah. Let's get a picture here.
Make sure you hold it there.
Yep. Guys, look at me real quick, please. There we go. All right. Great. Great job, guys.
Thank you.
Proud of you guys. Wow. So strong.